sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So USC's offense will have the football first. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football. One of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position. And these are...
There he goes. Pulled down for the tackle.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Immediately fires to the middle. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
On third down, he drops the throw. The short hands, it's Lemon. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Trojans will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. The Bulldogs offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys locked.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first. The Bulldogs are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man, it's Stockton. Makes the grab, it's Branch. They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play. Georgia going back to work with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man, it's Branch. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. And the Dogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this third and short. Got his man downfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now, here's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Makes the catch, it's Branch. He's got enough, it'll be a first down, they've got it up to 12. And the Bulldogs, once back up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Picked off to stop the threat. He's brought down, a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Got a man, it's Jordan. He gets it up to the 17 before being wrestled out of bounds. And the Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. They'll line up for a second down play. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense makes it play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
Grab behind the line. It's Jordan. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Trojans send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Cradles it at the 35. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to throw it, Stockton. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Branch. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Showing the arm strength to the left. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Finds his tight end. Turning it off. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Going for it all. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Georgia! And that one will give them the lead.
I don't know, guys. The way this game's going, the defensive tug-of-war this has been, that might be enough right there. Points have been difficult to come by, but the offense found a way to get it done. Really nice job of execution there on that drive.
On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. This drive will open from the 15. Give to the running back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm.
Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following up for a massive fumble recovery.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. To the air, it's Stockton. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Unleashes to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. That's caught. It's Jordan. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Pulls it in. It's Sanders. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They just keep firing. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. I think at this point you might as well try to throw the ball down the field because this dog defense is not giving an inch.
They don't give an inch. They hunt the whole entire game. And they're all highly recruited kids. They're all talented. They're all going to get drafted. But they play for each other. They play with fight. They play with aggression. And that's why you always see them near the top of the defenses in all of college football.
Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Lane. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And this could be the final chance to get on the board with a touchdown. It is fourth and goal. Into the end zone. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Back to throw, it's Stockton. He lets one fly deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Dogs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Pressure coming. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Here's the heat. And as he throws, got it in the middle, it's Bell. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Finds the tight end. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Bell. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive. He'll take the deep shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Under fire. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. To throw, it's Mayava. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. He'll take a shot. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And here we go, final play of the game right here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too.
Going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This was hardly an offensive juggernaut, but sometimes you